Hey everybody, and welcome to Lex's World and today's quick episode on how to bring your old grinder back to mint condition. I find that a lot of people, once their grinder gets all sticky and dirty and it starts to kind of squeal and make noises, they just kind of get tired of it and then they toss it out and get a new one, whereas there's actually a really cheap way to bring one of these back to life, and it'll be just perfect the way it was. So this one, the space case grinder, which I'm prepping for next week's episode, I've used it for quite a while. It's been probably about a year since it's been cleaned. And the first thing you gotta do with these is you have to use the little tool that usually came with the grinder, and if it didn't, just take a guitar pick or something and get all of the keef cleaned up off of the bottom. See guys, even though earlier I did the preliminary work of getting some of the keef shaken out by using the pick, look at how much I got right there. That's all trichomes. Okay, and now all we do is we take it apart into its individual pieces, and my regular viewers know exactly how I'm going to do this because it's simply a variation of how to clean anything that has THC stuck to it. The only difference this time is that I'm going to be using a double Ziploc bag, and the reason I'm using a double is because some parts in the grinder are sharp, so if they poke through the one bag, we don't want the ISO spilling everywhere. Put it all in the bag, and here's what we do. Ingredient number one, Epsom salt. That's all this is. And then, ingredient number two, 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'll link to some in the video description. It's easy to find. I'll also link to Epsom salt. And all you do is you pour that in. You Ziploc it up. And if this gets on your fingers, just rinse them off. If you can't get 99% ISO, you can use 70%, but it doesn't work quite as effectively. So I am going to give it several shakes while letting it sit over about half an hour. That's good for now. We'll let it sit, shake it again, let it sit, shake it for a half hour's worth, about every 10 minutes or so. Okay everybody, and now it's been about only about 20 minutes because I felt that this grinder wasn't even so dirty. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to drain all this out, and then I'm going to rinse the parts. Make sure you rinse because this is ISO. You don't want it left on there. There you go guys, and how clean is it? Well, it's pretty much shining clean. If I soaked it for a few hours, see those little black lines? Those would have been gone as well. See, look at that. It doesn't matter how many times you do this. This grinder over the years has probably gotten this treatment 3 times. All squeaking goes away, the magnet returns to normal, brings your grinder back to life. And if you're like, yeah, this is too much effort, I'm just gonna get a new grinder, I'll link down in the description to a place you can get a new grinder as well. Even this particular one, because I do really love my space case. On that note, guys, be sure to subscribe if you found this useful and hit that like button. And once again, happy Canadian cannabis legalization.